everybody keeps bringing up Canelo. I think that's weird, because you'd have to gain 20 pounds.
Yeah.
But they say that's the money fight. That's the mega fight. That's the money fight. That's the only thing that makes sense for Terence Crawford.
Well, catch weight. We can do something at a catch weight.
What weight you think?
Probably 160 or something.
You said you said 154 is the highest you want to go.
Yeah, 158, 160. That'd be cool.
Canelo versus Charlo, September 30th. Who you got?
The feints and stuff that Canelo throw. I think it'd be competitive.
Canelo versus Crawford at 158. Who wins?
Crawford. Come on, man. Hey, listen.
What do you think, Charlamagne? What do you think?
Hey, man,
you want to make a prediction again?
That's one of them ones where I'm just going to sit back and watch it.
And we already had that.
He'll come back to get you again.
158, that's the fight, though.
Right.
That's the fight. I can't see, there's nobody else out there for you. I can't see any, when we talking mega fights and, where you are now, I don't see who else would make sense.
Yeah.
Has there been talks? Has the conversation started?
No, they already focused on what they got in front of them. That's Jamel. So I would never, try to interfere in what they got going on right now.
Wait on Canelo at 158.
All right.
That's the fight.
All right.
Terence Crawford on The Breakfast Club entertains a fight with Canelo. What? At a catchweight. What? 158. What? 160. What? Don't know what to talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I am back with some more boxing. Now, you guys heard snippet. Canelo was brought up on The Breakfast Club. This was pretty much a follow-up. Terence Crawford did promo rounds. He did a good job promoting Spence Crawford, and now that he beat Spence, he's making his rounds, still doing promos, still keeping it moving, trying to keep the train going, coming off of a historic win for himself. Now, the part that really missed me and confused me was when they started talking about payday, Canelo Alvarez. That conversation was out of left field. Now, in my honest opinion, I don't have anything against anybody in the game, but boxers, it's like I've seen boxers shy away from traditional boxing media in recent memory, and they're going to different platforms that have a great big reach, but almost like the trade-off for that reach is they don't really service the boxing community, meaning they don't really talk about boxing unless it's a big fight or a bigger star, right? I.e., I don't think a lot of these people could hold a conversation with me about all things boxing and be able to keep up and know, like, if I ask them who Mark Magsayo is or Brandon Figueroa, or, hey, did you watch this fight or that fight? They're not going to know that. They're only going to know the top names and surface level stuff. And some of these boxers are going in there and almost getting set up. I think this whole conversation from the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne was, hey, you got to fight Canelo now. And it was at 158. I don't really expect much because I don't know if Charlamagne's a diehard boxing guy. He's a pop culture interviewer, right? So he just has to dabble in a little bit of everything. So I'm not even mad that somebody who's not from this world of boxing, is asking a question like that, because that's what casuals do. When there's a Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, casuals were hitting me up because they know I cover boxing. Or if you go to a barbershop or something and then they're asking you about it, hey, does Ryan have a chance? Because they don't know enough about boxing to make a wager or make a bet or make an assessment on the victor. Now, again, I'm not really shocked by casuals doing casual things. But what I am shocked that Terence Crawford didn't just go in and shut this all down and made it sound like he wants to fight Canelo. That was strange to me. Now, you could say Crawford, he's a warrior, he'll fight anybody, but let's be real with ourselves. If Canelo is the A side, which he clearly would be the A side, if you pit him against Crawford, he has more fights, he's done millions. Crawford and Spence was a great big fight, the biggest fight Crawford's ever been involved in, the biggest promotion, and it didn't even do over 1 million. In fact, when Canelo Alvarez became undisputed at his current division 168 against Caleb Plant, surprisingly, that Canelo versus Plant fight outsold this fight based on the numbers that came back for both, and they both were on Showtime, put on by PBC and Showtime, the same people. And that just goes to show you the drawing power. And I think Errol Spence has a lot of fans, but I don't think Crawford, I think people respect Crawford, but I don't know how many people pay for Crawford events outside of myself and other people. I'm really, because all of his numbers have not been, you know, the greatest numbers, especially prior to the Spence fight, right? So again, the bottom line is Canelo would be the A side over Terence Crawford. So it was highly confusing, this interview, that Crawford got like suckered into talking about this. And then he said what he said for so many reasons. For starters, Terence Crawford said that the highest he can go is 154. And now he's talking about fighting Canelo at 158, 160. So that in and of itself, and if you listen to the clip at the beginning, Charlemagne even called him out on that. And again, Charlemagne, I don't know if he's like a diehard boxing guy, but he says, you said the highest you can go is 154, and Terence Crawford didn't really say anything. So he kind of got caught up right there. He's talking about fighting at 158, 160. He said 160, 158, that'd be cool for a Canelo fight. And he's making it sound like he's entertaining a Canelo fight. But at the end of the day, you've already done recent interviews saying that 154 is probably your mark, your tops that you would top out at. So that's one issue. Another inconsistency is the conversation with Canelo had been brought up in the past. And again, he kind of said that it was too far apart in weight, for lack of a better word. That's pretty much what he was saying. Now he's saying it like he wants to fight Canelo. The other thing is, where does this entitlement come from Terence Crawford, who is a phenomenal fighter? But to me, it's completely entitled if you think Canelo's going to bend to your will and he's done more and you think he's going to come back down to your preferred weight. I distinctly remember at one point, Errol Spence kept calling out Canelo, saying he would love to fight Canelo, etc., etc. And Canelo at one point said he would fight him at a catchweight of 164. But later on, Canelo was asked about that, like an updated, after he had fought at 175 and fought at 168 for some time. And then Canelo basically said he can't go under 164. So it's funny because Terence Crawford, he makes him and his team say stuff like, oh, these YouTubers don't know anything, but you literally were on the Breakfast Club and they were pitting you against Canelo and you didn't like put a stop to it. And then again, YouTubers don't know anything, but I have enough knowledge to know that Canelo already shut down Errol Spence, who is a bigger star. And that was later on when Errol Spence and Canelo was a conversation for 164. So pretty much by Crawford putting this out, it's kind of a bad look to me, because at the end of the day, you know Canelo's not going to do it. He's already been on record for a bigger star saying he's not going to make 164 for Errol Spence more recently, you know? So why would he make 158 for you? You think Canelo's going to drop 10 pounds for you? And it might not even be a thing he can do at 33 years old, 34 years old, whatever age Canelo is. Now, to further this like entitlement from Crawford, you had the conversation of Gervonta Davis. He said he would entertain the Gervonta Davis fight if Gervonta Davis wants to move up to 147 because it's a big business fight. So let me get this straight. Tank Davis fights at lightweight, 135, and you want him to move up like 14 pounds to fight you at the full 147, but you don't want to come down to a catchweight to fight Tank, and he too is the A side over you. And then on the other side of the spectrum, a bigger fighter like Canelo, who's the A side over you, you're telling the world that you want him down 10 pounds and you'll fight him. I mean, it's not believable. It doesn't sound believable at all to me. I'll do a full unpacked if the fans want it. If you want me to do an unpacked on that specific topic, let me know. But this was highly confusing, this interview from Terence Crawford. Drop your thoughts in the comment section and I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with a $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.